Can you hear? I know, right? But this camera is, there's such a delay on it. Marissa, can you hear? Yay. I think I got it. Yeah. Everybody's so quiet. I'll be here in a minute. He kicked our butts last night. It was a hard one.
Kind of asked for it.
You did ask for it. You did ask for it. We can get 6 people across in all of these rows if you want to. Where do you want to be? You can be up here? Okay. Is this your last weekend?
It is.
How does
So
it feel?
our official one is the weekend, next weekend. We'll all be teaching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's our final. So I'm cramming all of my observation hours and stuff in.
Have you got your sequence?
Yes, I do.
Good. What's your two toes?
Warrior three.
Oh, one of my least favorites.
It's my favorite.
Oh, that's one of the things that as you age, your balance gets worse.
Really.
Yes, it's an inner ear thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Equilibrium.
yeah, and
Oh,
the
wow.
little crystals that help you. Well, one, a lot of people lose their balance because they're not strong. But also it's the ear, and there's little crystals, and they kind of like dry out and get massaged,
Oh,
and you
wow.
don't get that
Damn, that's serious.
proprioception. Proprioception. Yeah, when I
How
was
can we prevent that?
you can't.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
No, it's one of those things,
Yeah.
you adapt. Because aging is not for the weak.
Right.
You just keep doing stuff.
Now, I imagine all of the beats that I'm playing in my stereo is probably not working. Right.
12 years, 13 years ago failed recently with that, so I'm trying to rehab it again. Huh?
How are unfortunate.
Thanks. I'm doing really great. My PT says I'm probably 1 week away from being done. So, yeah, it's a lot of work.
What's going on, y'all? Anything you want to do today? Any postures or body parts you want to work on? Psoas? Okay. And what was the second one? Okay. Anyone else? Core? Okay. Robin's smiling now and shit. It's like I didn't have to say it. Perfect. She takes the hit for y'all a lot, right? It's like, core, you know, I'll be the one, core, I'll say it. All right, let's play around. Psoas is your main hip flexor. PSOAS. Think of it as like the lever that's going to pull your leg up. So it attaches inside of the thighs, going to come back here to the spine, the bottom 4 ribs there. So it's going to do this, right? As it shortens, it's going to pull the leg up like this. You have other hip flexors, but that's the main one, right? So that muscle also, from the attachment, it kind of goes like this. So it makes like an S and a half. So you have to question yourself, like, is that going to be easy to stretch out? Probably not, right? Because how are you going to get that, like, that whole thing to lengthen? Well, there's a couple tricks we're going to do. Activation, so like dragging that back knee forward or the back leg, whatever position we're in, standing or knee down. The other big one's going to be pulling your shutters closed. So I call these your shutters, the bottom of your ribs. See, my shutters want to open and I got to close them. So I got to pull my ribs down and back. So 2 different actions. Think of like engaging your core is not just your belly. That's like old school core. Psoas actually core muscle. So working some of these, think of the abdominal wall is going to be like, this would be your pubic bone, or like your junk is down here. This is your belly button. These are your 2 sit bones, and here's your spine, right? So if we draw our pelvic floor up, right, we're going to get this lift here to hold. Almost all of us come from anterior pelvic tilt, right? So we pull up the pelvic floor. Then we bring the belly button in, and we start to take the front of that pelvis back, right? And that's going to be like, pelvic floor is going to be your low ab. It's a little different. For some of us, we're going to have to like, pulling up your pelvic floor could turn into a Kegel, or it could kind of turn into like you're holding yourself going to the bathroom, depending on what's going on, right? So that's the idea of getting the low ab. Then you're going to pull the belly button in. It's going to kind of get the middle of your ab, right? Then you're going to pull the shutters closed. It's going to get the top of the ab. So that's a way to pull all the way up. Break it down into those sections, and you'll feel a lot more connection to your belly, right? So we'll try that today. When the shutters close, that's when we're going to get the lift of the spine. Remember, we said the psoas was attached to the spine at the bottom 4 ribs. So if we lift the spine, what are we doing to the psoas? We're getting that little bit of length. So that'll be one of the big moves. You ready? Let's give it a try. Take a nice seat. Close the eyes. Sit up tall. You know, y'all, I'm working with this knee here, so if you see me doing some different things with my legs, it's just me trying to keep this knee in a comfortable position. So as the eyes close, sit up tall here. Lean back. Start to feel the weight balancing down into the sit bones. When you stand up, you're balancing the weight over your heels. Here, as we're sitting, we're going to feel it a little more in the sit bones. That's going to be below the waist. So root from your waist down, but now breathe from your waist up. Feel the side body starting to lengthen. So from hips to armpit. If we went from hip to the top of our shoulder, we'd be engaging those upper traps. We're trying to engage down low. There's these little muscles on the sides of your ribs, serratus anterior. They're like fingers that come around the outside of your ribs. So as you breathe and expand, it's going to feel like you're getting those to turn on. The exhale is going to draw the belly in. So the inhale is going to breathe. You're going to feel this nice expansion through the ribs. And the exhale is going to draw the belly towards the spine. So every time you exhale, you get that free core engagement. Notice if you started leaning forward again. If you did, just lean back a touch. Feel the muscles running up the spine. Go a little deeper to the breath. Listen to yourself breathe. Or slow down the beginning of the inhale and push more on the end of the exhale. Or count out the breath. 2 or 3 seconds to inhale, maybe 2 or 3 seconds to exhale. Or find Ujjayi breath, where you're letting the air rebound off the back of the throat. Next inhale, let the arms lift. And let the exhale bring the fingertips to root, the main knuckle pads, and as the heels of the hands touch, just let that stay light. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together, the sound of Om. All together. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes. Release the hands. I wait all week for that Saturday Om. That was tight. All right, let's go all fours, hands and knees. Don't tell the Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday class, right? But it was different, right? This one was nice. Yeah. That's all right. It's Friday evening. I get it. You know, the Om's not always as spicy, but we make up for it in the practice on Friday night, that's for sure. All right, let's take a couple breaths here. We're in low mountain, so we're already in a pose, right? We're not waiting for the next thing to happen. So here in all fours, pointer fingers are straight forward or turned out a little bit. We just don't want our pointer fingers turned in. It's going to peel our shoulder away. We're going to start to hug the hands into the midline, like you're trying to ripple your mat, right, into the center. Now pull the energy up the forearms, and then start to squeeze those biceps. That's going to lock in that elbow joint. Sweep the inner heels out. Hug the shins in. Start pulling the energy up the legs. Pull your heels to your butt. Your hamstrings are firing up. Now, pull that pelvic floor in. Pull that belly button. Pull those shutters closed. Yeah. Like, see, if I try to move Trina, she goes nowhere. Dude, look how solid this is. Right? That's super solid. That's from hugging in. Right? Isometric engagement. Take a couple breaths. Now work your cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back. Lift the sit bones. Reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the back. Look to your belly. Lengthen your sit bones towards your heels. Your inhale, arch, and your exhale, round. Now, link your breath to your movement. So if it was 2 or 3 seconds to take that inhale, that's how long it's going to take to arch your back. 2 or 3 seconds, how long it's going to take to round your back. You want to get into your lumbar a little bit more. You're going to look to your belly a little bit deeper. You're going to take your sit bones to the backs of your heels a little bit deeper. You want to get into your thoracic or your cervical, your upper back of your neck. You're going to look to your belly a little bit more. One more. Then come to a neutral position. So find that flat back. Back to that low mountain. Take the right hand behind your head. Inhale, take the elbow to the sky. Exhale, take it across to the eye of that left elbow. Inhale, take that elbow to the sky. Exhale, take it across. Let's do 5. Now go slow. As you take your right elbow to the sky, drive your right knee down into the mat. Remember the above and the below the waist thing? We want the knee to drive down the hip because that's going to be the below the waist. And then we want to rotate in that upper back. After your 5, lower the right hand down. Find that low mountain for a breath. Then take the left hand behind your head. The inhale is going to take the elbow to the sky, and the exhale, take it across the body. Obliques, internal obliques. Your core is really the deep muscles, right? So internal obliques, muscles, obliques do a couple things. One of the things they do is they're going to rotate us. Your obliques and your spinal erectors. So the muscles that run up your spine. Right? That's where we're getting our twist from. And then after your 5, lower that left hand down. Take a breath here. Find that low mountain again. Then step back to plank. Shoulders are going to be up on top of the wrist crease. And we're going to be in dorsiflexion, which means our toes are closer to our shins. We're reaching our heels to the back wall. If your feet are already straight up and down right now, can you demo that for me, Trina? If your feet are like this right now, you're too long. Your feet want to be like this. Then when you go to chaturanga, you're going to bring your feet back to here. Never to high heel, to plantar flexion. That's not part of that move. Now keep that. Push back, downward dog. So now you know your distance, right? I say to you all the time, in my classes, we do a lot of vinyasas, a lot of chaturangas. So we want to make sure all this stuff measures out so it's optimal as we move through. If we start to get too long or even too short, right, the body's not going to flow in that proper way. Now, first downward dog, you could bend the knees, you could pedal the heels, you could swivel the hips, whatever feels good. A lot of times I say, like, soften the dog up a little bit. Check in where you're at. And then come to neutral. Now, if you want to keep the knees bent, keep the knees bent. It's going to make the pose a little more accessible. Everybody keep hugging the hands in. Keep the forearms lifting up. Keep the inner biceps lifting up. Slide the back of your neck or your throat to the front of the room where the ceiling and the wall meet. Activate those muscles. Yes. Pull your belly in. Pull your shutters closed. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, drive forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Keep it going. Let's do 5. Now remember the 2 or 3 seconds. So if your breath is 2 seconds on the inhale, it should take you 2 seconds to go from downward dog to plank. That's a long ass time, right? Maybe not in life all the time is 2 seconds long, but here in yoga, 2 seconds, we could do a lot of things in 2 seconds, a lot of adjustments. So keep it slow here. Now, I think you're coming up on your 5th one. As you come forward, let the exhale lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. Now, charge those legs up. Keep dragging your hands back to you to keep pulling your belly forward. So we lengthen here. And then shoulders back and down away from your ears. Lower the chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. Now, if it felt good to keep your knees bent in downward dog, keep them bent. If it feels good to straighten your legs, you want to engage them first. So you're going to sweep the inner heels out. That shoots up to your glutes. You're going to hug your shins in. That's going to come the inner thighs, adductors. You're going to pull your kneecaps up to your waist. That's quads. Now, here's the big one. Pull your heels to your butt to your heels. There's the hamstrings. Now start to straighten the legs. Reach from the hip, down the back of the legs, and out of the bottom of the heels. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. Really activate those muscles in the upper back. After the 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up the plank and back to downward dog. Nice, y'all. Take a look at your hands. Make sure those sneaky little pointer fingers didn't turn in. If they did, just spin them back out again. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Now high on your fingertips of your blocks, get your spine to come back to Tadasana. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. Neutral in my spine. What's the misalignment here in lunge? Rounded back, phone back, right? We sure as shit don't want to reinforce that energy right now. So lift up, yeah, to wherever you need to be to get the spine, right, to come in line here. Now power in the legs, so you're pushing down. And then you're hugging in, front heel back, back toes forward. You're hugging shins into the midline, even though they're not next to one another. So now all that power came up the legs. It's going to root into your hips. Keep it there. Pull that pelvic floor up. Pull your belly in. Pull your shutters closed. This is chakras, more of the physical sense. Heart's reaching out front. Throat's back. Gaze is out in front of the mat. Reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, lower the back knee. Drag the back knee forward as you inhale, come up. Plug the arms if you need to stop. If you're ready to take them up overhead, go for it. The wider your arms are, the freer this will be. The closer your hands are, the more challenging. You're just going to want to play with what feels good to you. Now keep dragging that back leg forward. You're going to feel that energy come up the leg. Pull the pelvic floor and the belly in and the shutters closed. When the shutters close, reach up through your thumbs. Now maybe curl back into the pose. Yes, one more breath. Exhale the hands down, shift the hips back, come into Baby Hanuman, runner stretch. Now if you want to move your back knee back a little bit, you certainly can. It's not always comfortable to be on your patella, your kneecap, so you just move that back knee back a little bit and you'll be on the top of your knee. Or you roll the mat over or cushion the knee a little bit if that feels good. Now push your right heel down into the floor and pull it back to you. It's going to make your knee micro bend. We want that. We don't want hyperextension in the joints. Hug the big toe mound into the midline. It's going to keep the toe from falling to the brick wall, so the toes are pointing straight up. Now look forward and climb your spine out of your waist. Yeah, you get tall. Now fold to the inside of that right thigh. Nice, y'all. Next inhale, look forward. Bend into that lead knee. Lift that back knee. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Now stay with your breath. Right, I'm always ahead of you a little bit. So stay with your breath as you move. Remember, go slow and use those 2 or 3 seconds, every little bit of them, to keep making your pose a little bit deeper, a little more aligned, a little more connected, right? Whatever it is that you're working towards. Nice pace, y'all. Yeah, keep that pace slow. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Now, in the first side, I talked a lot about muscle energy, right? So a lot of the power. But then there's the organic energy, right? So a couple things have to happen. On the back leg, we're reaching the heel back, right? So that's how we're extending back. But on the front, this hip is closed, right? This is flexion, deep flexion. So we still got to make something open here. We just can't let it cram into itself, right? So how do we do that? Well, we're going to pull our front heel back to us. As your front heel pulls back, you're going to reach the knee forward. As the knee reaches forward, it makes just a little bit of organic expansion in that closed hip. Reach through the crown of the head, even breathe side to side. One more breath. Then slowly, remember the 2 or 3 seconds, lower that back knee. Then remember the 2 or 3 seconds, inhale, come up. Then check in, drag that back knee forward. Pull that belly button in. Yep, keep reaching up like you're squeezing a beach ball between your forearms. Yep, spread your fingers. And then maybe as you drag the knee forward and the belly button back into pose, let the back of the heart lift up through the front of the chest. So we're going up and back, not back and down. One more breath. Now control it as the hands go down to the blocks. Shift your hips back, Baby Hanuman. Push the heel down. Pull it back to you. Hug the big toe mound in. Keep the kneecap pulling up to your waist. It's going to try to push to the mat. Don't let it. Pull it up to your waist. Then climb your spine up out of your waist so you get tall, and then maybe fold to the inside of that left thigh. Next inhale, look forward, bend into that lead knee, lift the back knee, step back, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. That's it, keep the pace. I say it all the time. I think it's one of the hardest things in yoga is to truly work with your breath. We're a society that rushes, right? One place to the next. Here we're trying to truly slow ourselves down. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. The belly's in, the sit bones are down. The shutters are closed. Reach up. Maybe curl back that little bit. Feel that peel come up through the belly, the chest, your neck, your face, your arms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, the hands in front. Bring your right arm in front, plug it in. Now, keep the arm plugged in as you come just across the midline a little bit. See, if I go too far, look what happens. I've pulled the arm out of the socket. I want to be plugged this way. Yep. It's a light little stretch across your medial delt. That's your middle shoulder muscle here. There's 3 of them, front, middle, and back. See how easy it is to stretch your rotator cuff? That arm will pull out of your socket in a second. Exhale, release, swap. Plug in, take it across the body. Really, my arms are this long. So when I reach up to the cabinet, this is really how far I should be reaching. But what do? Disengage and go for it, right? That's your rotator cuff just hanging on. Will it do it for a while? Sure. But I think the number is maybe 75% of adults have torn rotator cuff in some way, right? It happens a lot. Exhale, release. You don't always have to have surgery, right? You just strengthen it and it works. All right, sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. Fire that lunge up. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 1 crescent. Now we're going to get into that psoas a little more. So crescent keeps the back heel straight up. It's going to keep the back nice and neutral here. Now we want to pull the pelvic floor up in the belly and the shutters. We want to let that left hand grab the right wrist, and we want to go towards the wall with the window and the door. You want to move away from your back leg. You want to go that way because your back leg's there. Swap your hand hold. Yeah. One more breath. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, the hands down. Step forward. Keep the knees bent. Reach your left leg back. Reach out of the heel so you extend out of the hip. When you're ready, inhale, come up. Virabhadrasana 1 crescent. Bend into that lead knee so it stacks up on top of the ankle. Square that left hip forward. Pull back up. Root chakra. Take it even past. All the way up to the crown. Yep. Then the right hand grabs the left wrist. Go back to the shutters. That's when you go for that side bend. That's how we'll get this psoas to stretch a little bit more. Yep. The shutters are going to be the key here. Nice, y'all. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward. Swing the arms up. Sit back, Utkatasana, chair pose. So get your butt to go back before your knees bend. That's how we get glute med and piriformis to kick on, the pelvic stabilizers. Right? We want that. It's going to hold our pelvis in place. Charge those legs up. Pull your bellies in. Your sit bones should be gently reaching to your heels or to the floor, not to the sky. Sit back deeper. Pull your belly in. Pull your shutters closed. Lift your arms up. Sit back deeper. Nice, y'all. Push down, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Now, the key to being able to draw your belly button in is that your hamstrings engage themselves, right? Which is why I tend to be kind of stingy with the hamstring stretches, right? Because hamstrings that are too long means there's no tension in the sit bones. It means your belly button's going to go forward, right? So when the tension in the back of the leg is solid, it's going to be easy to control that pelvis. So here, as we're stretching the hamstrings, make sure you're not disengaging them. You're engaging them. So if you're not sure what that means, you're going to look forward. You're going to pull your heels to your butt and your butt to your heels. So I'm drawing this action. It's going to engage my hamstrings. Now I can, as I'm looking forward, I could drag my fingers to my toes, and it's going to feel like it pulls my spine forward. Now I can fold into the pose a little bit deeper. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take a nice big reach. Maybe take those hands behind the back. Another chair pose? Yeah? Okay. Take a big breath, then take the shoulders back. I might have told you, like back in the day when I first started teaching, I always did 2 chair poses. I don't know why, but then I kind of lost it. So today we're going to go back. Thank you. We're going to take it back. So see, before I do this, I do this. Now I can pull my shoulders back without manipulating my ribs, right? I'm getting a nice stretch, your sternums, your breastplate. I'm getting a nice stretch now off the middle of my chest. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. By request, sit back. They learn quick too, so they won't do, you'll know next time, you'll be like, I'm not doing that second chair pose. But what do I always say to y'all? This is the good shit, right? The stuff where your legs are shaking, your arms are shaking, that's where we're at. Sit back deeper. Pull your bellies in. Yes, sit back deeper. Charge everything up. Lift those arms. Slide your throat back. Sit back deeper. Nice, crew. Push down, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. So flow through a little bit. Strong, right? Right there. Precision. Watch the movements. Very rarely will you see anything out of place. Her too. Very rarely will things be out of place. That's the work that they do, right? Keeping that shit tight. But you know her, he's an animal. Yeah, right. Nice, y'all. Beautiful. I'm just up here bragging about y'all, really, is what's happening. Y'all are strong. I tell you all the time, right? And you don't get strong because, like, we just hang out when we're here, right? You get strong because you push yourself to that edge. Not beyond, but make sure enough, right? That's what we're trying to get. Keep pushing those hands down and forward. Keep the forearms and the inner biceps lifting up away from the mat. You should feel when you lift your inner biceps that your shoulders move out away from your ears or your neck. That's what we want. We want to be broad in the chest and the upper back. Now, as the chest comes back to the toenails, you get the weight into the legs. That's how this gets a little bit easier. Not easy, easier. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Now, your front foot is facing 12 o'clock. You're going to walk your hands out so that your left hand is towards like 10 o'clock and your right hand's towards 11 o'clock. Down dog and high lunge. Now we're going to fire the legs up just like we've been doing, pulling the heel back, hugging the shins in. But now soften your chest towards the floor so your arms are like trying to go overhead. Yeah. Now open your knee back out to the right. There's that front right hip crease. Inhale, come back to center. Step back, downward dog. Take a breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Now this time you're going to go left hand towards 1 o'clock, right hand towards 2 o'clock. Yeah, walk your hands out so you could try to get your arms to go overhead, just like downward dog. Now work the legs, and then when you're ready, open the knee back out to the left. And there's that nice peel in that front of that left hip crease. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hands, step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. That's it. Keep the pace. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Spin that back heel, come up warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So work the balance beam, which means our front heel's in line with our back arch. If our left foot is like towards the wall with the window and the door, in front of our right, it's already thighs forward. So you want to line this up. So now that left thigh is automatically back. Get tall here, like you're breathing up out of your waist. We're getting those side bodies long. Yep. Once we peel up out of the waist, we can start opening the inner thigh a little bit more. So sweep your heel to the left or right sit bone to the heel to feel the inner thigh starting to open up. Take the palm up. Slide back into that reverse warrior. Don't let that front knee move on you. It's going to try to go back. If it did, bend back into it. Let it stack up on top of that ankle again. Now take that big breath on the right side of the ribs, and then exhale, peel back on it. Next inhale, come back up, warrior two. You're going to spin your right toes towards the wall with the window and the door. We're going to get nice and tall, and we're going to fold, wide-legged forward fold. Ripping your feet into the center to keep those hips from popping. Now we want our feet here to be parallel, but a lot of times we initiate a little more positive energy. So you want to pull the big toe mounds in towards the midline, and you want to keep sweeping the inner heels out. As the legs are straight, keep them charged. So remember what we did? We just talked about sweeping the inner heels out. We're going to hug our shins in, our heels to our butt. We're going to pull our kneecaps to our waist. Now look forward and climb that spine so it gets nice and tall. Now fold nice and deep. If you want to go deeper here, you're going to take your hands and you're going to turn your fingers. You're going to go external rotation on your arms so your fingers are facing the brick wall. Walk your hands back so the heels of your hands try to line up with the heels of your feet. Yeah. Next inhale, look forward. Walk your hands towards that right foot. Spin the toes forward and the back heel up. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Right? Linking poses is where we give ourselves another challenge. Right? Because the transitions is where shit wants to go wrong. If we move slow, right, we stay with our breath, we set a foundation, we engage, our expression is going to be the best that it can. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge, spin the back heel, come up warrior two, side two. Not a lot of chill in these warrior poses, right? These are powerful poses. Shit, that ain't good. Get that nice distance. So think of those back toes. 3 o'clock would be over here, right? 12, 3, 6, 9. We're just in front of 3. Now get nice and tall. Maybe reach through that back hand just a little bit because we tend to lean forward. Now there's not a lot of chill, remember? So just bring your gaze over your middle finger and settle into it. Then the palm comes up. We slowly, for the 2 or 3 seconds, go back into that reverse warrior. That'll help hold that knee in place. When we move fast, right, shit wants to wander. When we move slow, we can hold on to it. Now on this side, big breath into the left side of the ribs. And as you're going to feel them expand, that means they made space. Now you can curl back on them that little bit. Yep. Inhale, come back up, warrior two, take a breath. Spin your left toes towards the brick wall. Breathe and get nice and tall. When you're ready, fold to the insides of the legs, yep, to the feet. Take that wide-legged forward fold. Balance the weight in the feet here. Try not to be too far forward, just like you don't want to be too far back. Keep the legs charged. As you look forward, maybe fold. Now you got another option on this one. If you want to take the hands back so the heels of the hands are in line with the heels of the feet, go for it. If you want to interlace your hands behind your back, a little more muscle energy, go for it. It's not a right or a wrong, or one's better than the other, right? It's just where you want to play in the moment. One more breath. If the hands are clasped, release them. If they're behind you, walk them out in front. Take the breath, then walk your hands towards your left foot. Spin those toes forward and the back heel up. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. When you get back to downward dog, exhale, lower your knees. Take a little breather. Sit back on your heels or go to child's pose. Grab a drink, wipe your face. I want to say that's like just a little bit too long. Yeah, because I feel like your forearms are falling back just a little bit in chaturanga. Okay. So maybe just a hair shorter. Okay. It's not much. It's just me being particular, right? Like, nice full breath in, nice complete breath out, right? Take a few of those. Little check-in. Couple more breaths. And then from here, let's meet all fours, hands and knees. Back to that low mountain. When you're ready, step back to plank. That's where the shoulders are. Yeah, that's the little piece. Downward dog. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Keep pushing those hands down and forward. We're going to do this hold here in downward dog. We're already a quarter of the way through, right? So stay with your breath. Hold your foundations. Keep your engagements. And settle into the pose. You got to find that balance, right, of muscle and organic energy. Sometimes I say to y'all, rest here in downward dog. Not because it's easy. It's familiar. You know the pose. Right? So you can optimize it. Get the weight into the legs. That's how you're going to do that. So keep pushing the hands down and forward. Keep the chest working back towards the toenails. We got about 10 seconds left. Keep breathing here. Don't hold your breath. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Keep your hips up. Knees count. Don't let your hips sag. Keep your upper backs open. So keep pushing down. As you push down, your shoulder blades should be protracting or moving out, not in. So if you collapse your upper back, that's the wrong way, right? Keep pushing down. In your legs, right? Keep them charged. Bring your butt up a little bit higher. There it is. Yep, just that little bit. We don't want our butt to sag because then we're going to be thighs forward. Come up a hair higher in your butt. Yeah, yeah. Feel that shake? That's that good shit, right? That shake is good. Where we at, Trina? About 15 seconds, right? Yeah, yeah. 20. Okay. Nice. You see that love from Trina? She's like, no, it's 20. We're sharing the love today. Extra chair pose, extra 5 seconds on the plank, right? Keep it going. Here we go.
You're there.
Push back, downward dog. I got you. Look forward, bend your knees. Step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up. Exhale, hands in front. Let your thumbs come to heart center. We flick our heart out, right, with our thumbs. Close your eyes. Take a few breaths. Full breath in, complete breath out. With your eyes closed, this is your core kicking on, right? Proprioception is your body reading its external environment and correcting. So if you feel like you're going to fall to the right, your body goes, push left. And then if you feel like you're falling left, push right or forward or back, right? But it's like electricity, though. It's fast. And then open the eyes, release the hands. Swing the arms up. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Walk the hands out in front of you. Reach the right leg straight back, come to standing split. Bring that down. Yep. Denise, bring that right hip down. Yep. Robin, right hip down. More. There. Now lengthen this back out. Yep. Keep reaching your heel back. A little bit down on that right hip. Keep going. Yep. Exhale, lower the leg. Take a breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Lift from the inner edge of the thigh so that that hip doesn't peel away on the right side. Keep reaching that heel back behind you so that your right heel stays super heavy. So that you can move your toes at any moment. Exhale, lower the leg. Walk the hands back in. Sit back as the knees bend. Swing the arms up. Take a big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Triangle, Trikonasana. Right leg forward, left leg back. We're going to actually kick up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So keep your block handy. This is Ardha Chandrasana. So we're going to go there, okay, from our triangle. So get your distance here. We tend to go too short on our triangle legs. So if you're not sure what that is, bend into your lead knee like your warrior two leg, which you know a little bit more. It's a little easier to see and feel. Then straighten the legs, and that'll be your distance. And take the arms out to the side. Yep. And get tall like you're getting those side bodies to lengthen. When you're ready, hinge at the right side of the hip. Keep ripping your feet together. Don't let those hips pop. Yep. Bring the hand down to the block of the floor. Keep the power in the legs. Keep opening up that right side body. Because it's going to try to do this on you like a side crescent. Try to open it up. Get back to Tadasana. Yeah, maybe look up. Turn your palm towards this wall. One more breath as the belly, the top of the ribs back and the bottom of the ribs forward. Now exhale that left hand to your hip. Bend your front knee. You drag your foot as you step up, or you can kick up from triangle legs in the half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Now kick those toes forward so if you look down your leg, you can see them. Bring your toes to me. Keep going. Keep going. There's the thigh back. When you bring the toes towards me, towards this wall over here, you're going to put the crease in the front of your thigh. You want that. That's thighs back. One more breath. Lower the left hip. Come to standing split. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Lift the left heel to the sky. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Lift the heel to the sky. One more time. Lengthen and then fold into the pose. Next exhale, lower the left leg. Bend the knees. Walk the hands back in. Sit back as the knees bend deeper. Swing the arms up. Nice and tall as you come up. And then exhale, hands in front. Nice, y'all. Beautiful. Side two, right leg forward, left leg back. No, left leg forward, right leg back, sorry. Then find your distance. Because remember we said if we're too short, what's going to happen? There's no place to then take that side bend into the hip, right? We're going to bind shit up, not in a good bind way. Now get nice and tall here. When you're ready, hinge at the left side of the hip. Bring the hand down to the block of the floor. Inside or outside the foot, it's your choice. Inside's a little more therapeutic, a touch more accessible. Behind the foot, a little more challenging. Again, not a right or a wrong. Now stay with the belly and stay with the shudders. Now, be careful not just to take the back of your hand towards the wall behind you. Take the ribs back. Bring the bottom of the ribs forward. Now we're getting into true rotation instead of just manipulation of the ribs. One more breath. Lower the right hand to the hip. Bend the front knee. Half step in or drag the foot or kick up. Half moon. Now keep the weight in that left heel. So keep reaching your right heel back behind you. Now kick your toes towards this brick wall. Bring your toes this way a little more. There, like if you look down your leg, you can see them. What was it? No, you won't. Stay with it. Keep hugging in. Keep scissoring into the midline, even though you're lifting your leg away from the center. Yeah, there's both energies. Maybe look up. There's the balance. Lower that right hip. Come to standing split. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Yep, two more. Your breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold over that leg. Heel to the sky. One more time. When you're ready, lower that right leg, walk the hands back in, sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, big reach. Exhale, fold. Nice, y'all. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice pace, y'all. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front, come into side plank. Spread the toes. Maybe lift that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it up. Remember the 2 or 3 second thing? Lower it down. One more. After you lower the leg or whenever you're ready, inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Take a breath. Roll to the outside. Foot on top or in front. Keep turning that bicep forward to root into the shoulder and the upper back. Keep pushing out of the big toe mounds. Pull the energy up into the legs and the hips. Maybe you want to lift the leg, reach the outer heel towards the sky. Lower it back down. You want abduction, not external rotation. So don't let the leg turn to the pinky toe side of the foot. Lead with the outer heel. After you're 3 or when you're ready, inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Next inhale, come forward to plank and slowly lower to your bellies. Nice, y'all. Take your right hand underneath your chest. Bend your left knee. Reach back, grab your ankle, your foot, or your strap. Pull your belly buttons into your spine. Push your pubic bone into the yoga mat. So that was the front of our pelvis. What would be the back of our pelvis, remember? Well, behind the belly button will be the sacrum. But really what we're going to do is bring our sit bones towards the backs of our knees. So we want to work both the front and the back of the pelvis. Now, as soon as you did that, the quad stretch got better. Keep that. Now draw the heel towards the sit bone, and you can take the pose even a little bit deeper. Watch the boing as you release. Swap the hands, so left goes underneath. Right hand reaches back. So don't pull your heel to your sit bone first. Neutralize your pelvis first. Then the extension of the pose is going to be the heel to the sit bone. So that's the last part. Remember what the progression is? It was take a breath, set a foundation, engage, express, or extend. The expression, the organic side is reach, bend, fold, twist, right? Whatever we're doing. Watch the boing as you release. Place your hands middle of the chest. Take the shoulders back. Curl the toes. Charge the legs. Pull the belly in. Now push up the chaturanga and take a full round of breath. Nice, y'all. Then push up the plank. Take a full round of breath. Then push back to downward dog. Take a few breaths. Exhale, lower your knees. Spin around to a seated position. Boat. I don't miss out on a boat ride with y'all. There's no way. I'm doing it with you. So you're going to have a couple options, okay? You can be here with the knees bent. You could be here with the legs straight. It's not a right or wrong. I tend to do Ardha Navasana with y'all, which is where we lay back. If you want to lay back a little bit, we're going to go for it. So set yourself up. Sit up nice and tall. Now, I don't teach this pose from the belly. What's your core muscle? What's your core muscle in your back? I know you know. Multifidus. Yeah. Doctor, dentist. Again, trained, right? Your multifidus, right? That's the muscle that runs up your spine. That's going to help stabilize this. Those spinal erectors are going to engage to lift this up. It's not this, right? This isn't the pose. This is actually reinforcing all that negative energy that we live with all day, right? Foam back, this shit. Sit up tall here. Come on, let's give it a try. Ready? Spread your toes. Spread your fingers. Charge those legs up. Charge those arms up. Lift. You look where I'm active from my feet, right? Through my legs. Now, you want to play here? Halfway. Yep. Inhale, come up. Feel that shake? Woo. That's where it's good. Halfway. Inhale, come up. Exhale, halfway. We're doing 5. I'll just let you in on it.
He used to do 3.
Y'all got stronger. You got stronger. Halfway. I tell you all the time, y'all are strong. Inhale, come up. Stay with it. Slow it down a little bit. halfway. Yes. Inhale, come up slow. And exhale, release. At least I'm with you, right? I'm not standing there like, come on, you can do it a little bit more, right? But what's my little thing that I tell you all the time that I never let myself do? I never let myself see myself sweat, right? If you're of a certain age, you know the commercial. Never let them see you sweat, right? If you don't know the commercial, yeah, I'm sorry, but that's the idea. You never want to let because that means you're going to panic, right? You're like, oh shit, I'm struggling. So what's your body going to do? Start shutting it down. When your face is like, my inside's working hard, but the outside is just showing this is just some shit that I do, right? I just practicing. That's the idea. All right, let's do baby cradle. So bend your right leg. You're taking it kind of to the outside of your hip. And then you're going to bring your left leg. I can't do this on this side. So you're going to take your hand either underneath your ankle or underneath your knee, or you're going to bring the foot to the crease of your elbow. So it would be like this. I'm just doing the other side then, y'all, because I just can't take my leg in that position. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to push out of the big toe mound. I'm going to pull the pinky toe side of my foot back so that my foot is neutral, like Tadasana. It wants to sickle, right, like this. But that's not going to make anything safe up here, right, through my next two joints that I got, my ankle and my knee. But when I push out this way, I start pulling energy up, and now these joints have a little bit of stability to them. And then baby cradle, as the name implies, just go side to side. Yep. Some of you are going to want to hit the arm balance. We certainly can. Take the leg up high on the arm. Stay here if you want to stay here. Bring your hands down just like downward dog. So my hands are exactly how I would place them if I was going into downward dog. Not over here, right? Not over here. Just set up. Take your right ankle and cross it over your left. There's the core. Take your feet to the outside of your left hand. Bend both elbows. I always see this, that right arm locked out. Bend that right elbow. Squeeze those thighs together. Take the shoulder back on that right side. Yes. One side will always be different, right? You, like when you're walking down the street and someone calls your name 10 out of 10 times, you look over the same shoulder. So rotating to one side is going to be easier, right? That comes from your primal movement of throwing, standing, walking, running, throwing, right? That's one of our moves. We're just almost always going to throw with one arm, right? One hand. So you're going to rotate to one side a little bit easier. That's just kind of part of the game. Let's try side two, baby cradle. Sit up nice and tall here. Start working those muscles in your back that we just worked. This wants to happen, right? So I got to go this way. Little side to side. Maybe we're all back here. Back of the hip, down the back of the leg. Now, if you want to stay here, stay here. If you want to work the arm balance. So this arm balance, it looks like it's kind of like pretzel-y. It's like a lock on. It's actually one of the more like foundational arm balances. Easy? No. But easier because it has a foundation. We're pretty low. So if you're new to arm balances, right, this is a good one to start to try. If you've done this today, so let's all go to here, right, lift the leg, and you never tried this before, right, it's success. You did it. Right? You're further than you were last practice. Now, here we go. We take the left over the right, then the feet to the outside of the hand. Now we want to look forward, because where's all your weight at? In your legs and your hips, right? That's the prime movers. So we got to bring our chest and our head forward more. Now I can squeeze those legs together. And up I come. Nice, y'all. Squeeze your legs together. Anna, squeeze your legs together. Keep squeezing, but bend your right elbow. Bend both your elbows. Yes, 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 yes. Look where the chest has to go. Towards the floor. See, now we can start to squeeze the thighs, and that's how we're going to start to bring our leg up off the floor, right? That's the game. Is it challenging? Shit, yeah, it is. But we build up little by little, right? What time is it? It's going fast? All right. Grab your mats, find a spot on the wall. We'll go upside down. What happened to our music?
Thing.
I think they call that, I think it's a cyst of some kind. Name like a Bible cyst. It has like a name like that because they used to take Bibles back in the day and slam it on it, and it would like push it back down. But like,
When I was in 7th grade, I gave myself this little tattoo out of some.
it's probably just a little cyst.
And I imagine it's like some sort of punishment.
It's probably just a little cyst. Yeah. Yeah, they might have to like pop it out or something one day. Does it hurt you when you? Let me see what's that again. Yeah, because it is on that inside part. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it looks like, though, to me. Yeah, yep, of course. You all got enough room? We're good? Yeah, there's not a lot of us today, so there should be plenty of room to go. So if it's not your day to invert, if you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, lay on your back, bend your knees, reach your leg up to the sky, interlace your hands behind your thigh, take a bunch of breaths. If you're at home or in the studio, it's not your day to invert, you're welcome to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you, okay? If you want to stick with me, I'm going to talk everyone through downward dog and L pose. If you want to work your handstands, your headstands, your tripods, your pinches, you could do Hahnemann up the wall today. You want to play with that? All right, go for it. So if you want to stick with me, let's meet all fours, hands, and knees. Feet are touching the wall. If you want to go on your own whenever you're ready. Then from the all fours, take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips. Step 1 foot up the wall, and then the second foot. We made the split today, right? So in your L pose, if you want to reach the one leg up, reach it up. But don't go too far. If you reach the heel too far overhead, it's going to bring your belly button towards the wall that your foot's on. That's the wrong way. Belly button should be going towards your spine. If the knees are bent up the wall, you're in downward dog. If the legs are straight, you're in L pose. You can go back and forth between them. Nice, Elise. Keep breathing. It's going to be easy to hold your breath. Don't let it happen. And we'll be here for like another minute or so, so take your time. If you want to try something else, go for it. If you feel like you're inverted out, you can always go on your back or whatever feels good to you. If you need me as I'm walking around, grab me. Trina's walking around as well, so you can grab her. Nice, y'all. Work with your breath. Work those foundations and then those engagements and then those expressions. Let's work on that. That's real close to you being able to do that. It's so close. It's so close. The whole shape was there. It's a squeeze. You mean like that?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Wow. That's amazing.
Right? Yeah. especially now because this is released. So you're getting the shoulders to go back in a way that never really happened before. This side feels a little tighter. But that's okay because it's the right side we're working on. So to be honest, I'd rather feel that right side moving a little bit more.
Okay. I'm working more getting.
Now let's meet on our backs. Yeah. Welcome. We'll meet on our backs. We'll do some back bends. Wait, what is it? Is this one I think? Welcome. All right, so I'll talk you through first bridge and then wheel. When you're in wheel, if you want to hit a couple Erdva push-ups maybe, add that in for today. So, here we go. On our backs, knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Feet are parallel and their hips width apart. We can go a little bit wider. We don't really want to go much narrower because we're going to lose power. Sacrum is flat. So remember our sacrum was kind of the other side of our belly button and the back of the pelvis. So push that down into the floor. Your sacrum and your lumbar spine are two different things. So your sacrum, you cannot get your fingers under, but your lumbar spine, you could just squeeze the fingertips. Take the head and the shoulders back. Start to charge those legs up. Pull the energy through the core, through your belly. Yep. When you're ready, slowly lift your hips. Remember how I told you you're strong? If you lift your hips too high, you're going to take the thigh forward. And if we do that, now we're stressing those hip flexors out again. So we worked on opening some of those up today. We want to make sure that we're working our inner thighs in and down. So not just in, that's just adduction. We want in and down, that's internal rotation. So imagine if you had a block between your knees, you're pushing the block down to the floor, not just into the midline. That's a deeper thought for sure. Now take the shoulders under a little bit deeper. Yeah. Now gently push your feet down and forward, and you're going to feel that back bend happen nice and deep under the shoulder blades in that thoracic spine, right where we want it. One more breath. Stay engaged as you lower down. Take the feet wide. Let the knees touch. One hand on your heart, one hand on your low belly. Now on the second one, I'll talk you into first bridge and then wheel, and then if you want to play with any of your variations, some of you kick one leg out, you do hand to thigh, you want to do some Erdva push-ups, whatever feels good to you. So here we go. Inhale, open the knees, reset the feet. Start to engage it. Slowly lift your hips. If you want to stay in bridge, awesome. If you want to go wheel, place your hands wide to the edges of your mat, and you want to turn your hands out. And you're just going to bring your elbows in line with the outside of your shoulders. Now plug your shoulders back, and then push down to come up. Keep sweeping your inner heels out so your feet stay parallel. You can lift your heels up if you need to lengthen the curve a little bit. It'll make the back bend a little more accessible. If you want to play, you can see Trina was hitting a couple of Erdva push-ups where you lower your head to the floor, to the mat, and push back up. You want to reach a leg out or an arm, go for it. One more breath. When you're ready, if you're still working your side, stay there. When you're ready, slowly lower down. Take the feet wide. Let the knees touch. If your right hand was on your heart last time, left hand. And then opposite hand to your low belly. And then from here, windshield wiper the knees side to side. Nice little twist. Come to neutral. Hug your knees into your chest. Make a couple small circles or bless you. come to neutral. Keep your knees bent, lower your feet to the floor. Inhale your right leg up, open your hip, take the ankle over the knee, hug the left knee towards your chest, interlace the hands behind your thigh, supine pigeon. So back of the hip one more time here. Keep the sacrum flat down to the floor so your butt doesn't fly to the sky. Now, the closer that your left knee moves to your face, the further away you want your right knee to move away from your face. Or the leg that's crossed over is moving away. If you need to go even further, you hold your shin instead of like the back of your leg. One more breath. Stay engaged as you release the back of the thigh, unwind that top leg, take a breath. When you're ready, left leg comes up, open the hip, take the knee, the ankle above the knee, and then hug that right knee towards your chest, interlacing the hands behind the thigh. If the left pinky was under last time, right pinky gets a turn. Again, if you need to go further, you hold the shin. But stay active from your foot up through your leg. Control it as you release. Unwind that top leg. Take the legs out straight. Reach the arms up overhead. Hug your knees to your chest. Keep your knees bent. Lower your knees towards the right. Keep your left shoulder rooted down. You could always put the block between your thighs to help stack the hips. So the left hip up on top of the right a little easier. You could put the block on the outside of the right thigh to bring the floor up a little bit higher and make it a little more accessible. Inhale, come back to center. Let the knees settle to the left. As the knees hug to the chest, let the sit bones reach further away. So opposing forces. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, the legs out straight. Take the arms up overhead. Take a big stretch or a reach here. Spread your fingers, spread your toes, right? Feel all that space that we make. When you're ready, hug your knees to your chest. Take your knees wide, come to happy baby. Remember that sacrum, it stays flat here. The common tendency is that we roll to our lumbar spine, like this. We don't want this. So we might let go of our feet, and we're going to hold our shins or the outsides of our knees. That'll let us go neutral in the pelvis. Then the knees can go wider than our shoulders, and then we can draw our knees towards our ears. You can reach one leg out, both legs out. You can rock side to side, whatever feels good. And when you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat. You're more than welcome to do a variation. Hip flexors or the front of the hip would be to take the blanket or the block underneath your knees. And here as the legs stretch out, let the feet gently roll open. Bring the arms along the sides. The shoulders settle back. The open palm turn to the sky. Let your head rest back. Maybe let your eyes close. Let the tongue soften from the roof of the mouth as your body gets heavy. Just put these under your knees. Just a little bit. I don't know whose blocks they are, but I took them. The body gets heavy. The mind turns back to the breath. It gets light. We think of the breath, the exhale, clearing and removing. The inhale, drawing what's new, the change. We let the heart open as it gets ready to move us into the yoga of life, the practice of life. The heart will bring us back to the mat, right, to practice again. Challenge ourselves in a good way. But no matter what it is that we're doing, that we're working on, just like in our practice, we take a breath, we set a foundation, we engage, and we express the best that we can in that moment. With each breath, a new moment, another opportunity. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feel the breath as it washes over the body, from your toes to your fingers to the crown of your head to your heart, as you reawaken that better version of yourself. The fingers and the toes wiggle, maybe the arms and the legs stretch or reach. We move in a way that feels good to you. Taking your time, moving slowly, consciously. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. Take a breath or two here. When you're ready, you can push yourself up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of our hearts. One more time to seal in our practice, our time together with our Kula, our yoga family. Together, the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Crew, beautiful practice. You know, if you have any questions, grab me before you leave. Home crew, if you need me, you know how to hit me. Trina, thank you for your help. If you have any questions, grab us before we go. Thanks, y'all.